Hello and welcome back to another popcorn chat. I hope you guys are doing well. In this video I'm going to be speaking to you about Yorgos Lanthimos' latest film, Poor Things. Thanks to Bath Film Festival, I was able to see Poor Things on their opening night. As with many films, a lot of them have been pushed back due to the strikes, so I was very fortunate to see this one prior to its later release. As I said, this one was directed by Yorgos Lanthimos. It stars Emma Stone, Willem Dafoe, Mark Ruffalo and many, many more. Without giving too much away, in this film we follow the character of Bella Baxter, who is brought back to life by her god, and she must navigate the world trying to understand this very much steampunk gothic society. So let's get into some positives. As a lover of Lanthimos' previous work, I was going in with high expectations, and I can tell you now they were definitely met. I think the best way I've heard this film described is a mix between Frankenstein and My Fair Lady. The performances from our cast were great, especially from Emma Stone and Mark Ruffalo. However, I do think that Mark definitely outshone Emma in this one. Very similar to Barbie earlier this year, where I thought Ryan Gosling does outshine our lead actress, which I hate to say, I hate to say that, but I do think his comedic timing in this was great to see. And it was nice to see him do a different role other than the Hulk, which we've seen him doing for the last 10 years or so. I really enjoyed the message of the film, of a woman reclaiming authority over her own body, especially in the steampunk Victorian world. Does it say anything new? Not necessarily, but I think it's executed in an entertaining and self-aware way. Of course, with any Lanthimos film, you're going to get that sharp and witty dialogue, and that's the same here with Poor Things. Going into this film, I'd only seen a few set photos, I didn't want to see the trailer, and from that alone you can tell that the costumes and the set designs were going to be beautiful, and that is definitely the case. The fashion design and the whole creative department really adds to Lanthimos' vision of this Victorian world with a little hint of steampunk. Not to mention, I really liked the use of green screen, which is evident within this film, and it doesn't shy away from that. In fact, it really enhances various scenes where it feels like a painting in a dreamlike situation, and that allows it to spin your expectation, oh, this is set in a Victorian Gothic society. However, it adds that dreamlike quality through these painted backdrops, which you wouldn't normally get in most blockbuster films. The camera work in this film is excellent. I really like the use of fisheye lenses, as well as various camera movements following the characters along different journeys. In terms of negatives, I don't have many. There were a few moments where I thought the film was going to end, and I was happy with it to end there. However, once those scenes unfolded, I understood why they were there, and they were essential to the character of Bella Baxter and her finding out more about herself and who she was prior to this life. The only other small negative I have was that I wasn't a fan of the chapter cards. I'm not a fan of these in films generally, but maybe this was a style from the book, I'm not too sure, but I think it kind of draws you out of the story. As I said previously, I had high expectations going into Poor Things, and I'm glad to say they were exceeded. This is definitely a film for Gothic literature fans and those who like a little bit of dark comedy. Another fabulous film from Yorgos Lanthimos, and I think it's going to seal those Oscar nominations early next year. So I'm going to give Poor Things 4.5 stars out of 5. Thank you so much for watching this review of Poor Things. I hope you guys have enjoyed the review. If you've seen the film, do let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, or maybe let me know why you're so excited to see this one, and are you a fan of his previous work. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you very soon for another popcorn chat.